It was not intended for the video to be released. The uncut, raw video was stored on a dusty hard drive that belonged to a former TLC producer. It was too real, too revealing, and too contentious to air. Now that it was out, though, it was destroying the Sister Wives universe. The video showed Robyn's Flagstaff home's bare floor being paced by an unshaven and obviously irritated Cody Brown. His normally assured demeanor had crumbled into a flurry of slurred frustration and wild hand gestures. The audio was devastatingly clear, but the camera was skewed, as if it had been laid down quickly. "Robyn, you tricked me." The weight of Cody's anger and regret caused his voice to break. "I thought it was our plan because of you. But it was yours all along. All along." Wearing leggings and a hoodie, Robyn sat cross-legged on the couch and refrained from crying this time. She didn't cry out. As she gazed at the guy unraveling before her, her face tightened and her jaw tensed. With malice in every syllable, she muttered, "Cody, don't blame me because your empire fell apart." Hey, hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel, TLC Flicks. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. You were too frail to refuse. You were always. Within hours after being disclosed, the video went viral. Threads on Reddit became viral. Fan pages for Sister Wives went up like dried kindling. The Brown family's former supporters were suddenly becoming doubtful, and long-standing misgivings regarding Robyn's purported machinations were rekindled with new vigor. Cody claimed in the video that Robyn forced him to make financial choices that benefited her family, including the massive mortgage on the Flagstaff home, the covert trust accounts for her children, and the use of Coyote Pass development funds for private purchases that completely excluded Mary and Janelle. Cody yelled, "You wanted the lifestyle, the big house, and the nanny. I purchased the dream you sold me on. However, you were aware. You were aware of the consequences for the rest of the family." Robyn stared him down unfazed. "Stability was what I want." "You desired control," she retorted. "You desired to be the patriarch and the hero. You can now also be the martyr." Janelle's response was quick and incisive. She didn't hold back in an unguarded Instagram live, which is very different from her typically composed manner. "I haven't spoken for years," she remarked. "However, this validates my suspicions." Robyn handed Cody some chess pieces, and he was playing. It was assumed that the rest of us would simply follow along and contribute to their fairy story. "Some people destroy everything they touch, then ask why it's all gone," wrote Mary, who had long distanced herself from the family's emotional core. However, a source close to Mary told In Touch Weekly that long before everything fell apart, she had forewarned Cody about Robyn's financial goals. "Robyn is not building a family. She is building a fortress," she informed Cody bluntly. And now, too late, he sees it at last. Robyn was apparently incensed at the disclosure off-camera. Insiders now refer to this altercation as the second fight because Robyn confronted Cody and accused him of ruining her reputation in an attempt to make amends. She allegedly yelled, "You allowed them to leak it. You played the victim by allowing them to ruin me." Although Cody denied it, production-related individuals assert that he was aware of the existence of the video and chose not to take action when it emerged. According to The Insider, he's trying to rebrand. He aims to change people's perceptions. And if it means saving himself, he is now prepared to sour relations with Robyn. What began as a private collapse quickly spread into the realm of law. According to reports, Janelle and Mary sought legal advice on the Coyote Pass property and insisted on a forensic investigation into the misappropriation of funds following assurances given to all four wives. Rumor has it that Robyn's name is on a number of accounts and titles that were supposed to be joint assets. Christine issued a well-crafted statement from her new life in Utah. "What was revealed doesn't surprise me. When I noticed the pattern, the financial secrecy, the lies, the favoritism, I left. For those who are still caught in it, I hope the truth provides closure." In the meantime, TLC executives rushed to rework Season 19, trying to turn the controversy into something interesting. However, the harm had already been done. Cody's meticulously constructed persona as a father attempting to bring his broken family together was destroyed. Robyn's image as a sweetheart was in ruins. And the query that everyone is asking? When every wife is aware of the truth, what happens next? And Cody acknowledges it at last as well? The next tsunami hit the public just as the footage had subsided. The kids started talking. It began quietly. A brief and irate tweet from Gwendolyn Brown. "We forewarned you." Gabriel then posted a mysterious Instagram story with the caption, "A childhood photo of all the Brown kids playing in a dusty Coyote Pass lot. Here, we erected dreams. You guys buried them." However, it was a covertly recorded Zoom call involving Madison, Hunter, Aspen, Garrison's estate executor, and Michael T. that caused the true explosion. An unidentified source, a former family friend who had grown tired of Robyn's empire built on everyone else's silence, released the conversation, which was supposed to be private. Madison was the first person on the tape to speak, and her voice was steady but low. "We are no longer children," she remarked. While Robyn lived in a mansion, we watched Mom Janelle sell Lilaro from a trailer. While Cody spent our money on Robyn's nanny and the private school for her children, we watched Mary get iced out. We were aware that it was wrong. Hunter clenched his jaw and nodded. The numbers have been run. Money is missing. Accounts that should have been joint. Loans with no repayment history. Robyn's documentation doesn't stack up. As it turned out, the kids had secretly established what they termed the Brown Family Accountability Committee by paying a forensic accountant a portion of Garrison's life insurance benefit. At least $370,000 in joint family finances had been transferred into two trusts, one in Robyn's name and one in Dayton's, according to the accountant's report, which is currently making the rounds among the elder siblings and legal teams. During the call, Michael T. muttered, "My dad allowed this to happen. He allowed us to decay. After my wedding, he made me feel bad by requesting money while Robyn was purchasing new furnishings every 2 months." There was a long silence at the end of the video. Aspen finally uttered what none of them had dared to speak out loud yet. "She will take everything left if we don't launch a lawsuit." Coyote Pass 2. Robyn was losing her mind at the Flagstaff residence. The calm, calculating lady who had once sobbed her way into Cody's favor was now rushing wildly from room to room and screaming into pillows. She had puffy eyes. She didn't get much sleep. She ate very little. She was no longer being filmed by TLC unless she consented to carefully staged, pre-approved segments, which she refused to do. One night, she spat, her voice shaking as she gripped her phone. "They turned the whole family against me. They portray me as the bad guy because I shielded my kids." Even Robyn, though, felt in her heart that something had changed. Cody was no longer publicly defending her. He used different wording in interviews. He began using the pronoun she instead of we. He confided in producers that he felt trapped. He claimed, "She cornered me. She took a long-term approach. In reality, I was giving her the inheritance piece by piece, even though I believed I was making decisions for the family. I believed it to be love. Leverage was used." Mary and Janelle, meantime, had each hired their own legal counsel in Arizona. Mary's attorney formally requested an accounting of all assets connected to the family trust, such as the now famous Flagstaff estate, Coyote Pass, and the initial Las Vegas earnings. In a more forceful move, Janelle's lawyer asked Robyn to testify under oath about her role in property distribution, tax evasion, and family accounts connected to Cody's now-defunct corporate organizations. And the most terrible blow? Not only was a lawsuit being filed against Robyn, but also against Cody. As a legal collective, the kids were ready to claim compensation for financial theft, emotional deception, and breaking verbal family trust agreements. Even TLC started having private conversations while observing the mayhem. Executives were concerned that the crisis had transcended from obscene television to real-life criminal activity. During a secret conference, a network executive was heard saying, "We can't air a train wreck where people are going to jail unless we make it into a courtroom documentary series." What about Cody? Now he was silent, not present in public. His tan had faded, his trademark golden hair were disheveled, and his once booming paternal voice had diminished to a scarcely audible mumble. One afternoon, in the same living room where he had yelled at her about manipulation, Robyn sat next to him. She was holding a letter, an official legal notice from Janelle's lawyer, and her hands were shaking. Bold text across the top, reimbursement of shared marital resources and Coyote Pass petition. Cody let out a breath. "Robyn, what did we do?" Robyn remained silent. Since they were both aware, Cody Brown was also, for the first time in years, genuinely alone, not technically or spiritually, but soul deep, legally, publicly, and financially, and there's more. The most recent example of how Sister Wives star Christine Brown's life has improved since divorcing her polygamous ex-husband is her recent trip to Europe. The 52-year-old Christine was Cody's third wife. He would later wed a fourth. She disliked having to share her husband with other women, despite coming from a polygamous family from childhood. Christine met and married David Woolley shortly after ending her polygamous marriage, and she has never been happier. Since she met David, the mother of 6 has matured. The courtship between Christine and David was a feature of Sister Wives Season 19. Christine has blossomed, and it's evident that she's more happier today after sharing some pictures from her trip to Europe. After breaking her 27-year spiritual marriage to Cody in 2021, Christine adopted a monogamous lifestyle after previously living a polygamous one. Growing up in a polygamous household, Christine at first welcomed many marriages, becoming Cody's third wife in 1994. The family dynamic was important to her. But Robyn Brown, Cody's fourth wife, was the object of his partiality. After a while, she turned to leave. Christine moved to Salt Lake City, Utah, in search of happiness after splitting from Cody. In order to find a spouse that truly respected her, the Sister Wives Season 19 actress announced that she would be monogamous going ahead. Her path demonstrated a change from duty to fulfillment, emphasizing a relationship founded on love and respect for one another. Shortly after leaving Cody, she began dating online. Following a brief courtship that was broadcast as a Sister Wives wedding special, Christine fell in love with David in 2023 and married him in October. David understood Christine's history of polygamy and agreed with her wish to be monogamous. Although Christine strongly rejected multiple marriage and chose to live a life of equality and love with David, she maintained a close relationship with her former sister wife, Janelle Brown. Christine was dissatisfied with her first marriage since she was more daring than Cody. The Sister Wives Season 19 star found an equal in David. Christine shared pictures and videos of the couple's recent trip to Europe on Instagram. "We started in Frankfurt, went to Cologne, went to Berlin. It's been an amazing trip," Christine captions the photo. Christine has flourished and embraced a dynamic new chapter since leaving Cody and polygamy behind. With an emphasis on personal development, she relocated to Utah. By altering her lifestyle and working with the health supplement firm Plexus, the Sister Wives Season 19 star shed 40 pounds. Her social media posts demonstrate her metamorphosis and newly discovered confidence. Christine's career took off professionally as she used her Sister Wives notoriety to increase her public profile. She became a top advocate for Plexus after growing her business and launching cooking segments on social media. Following their marriage to David, the couple collaborated to expand their Airbnb business. Even a book was written by Christine. Christine made the right choice in leaving Cody. The latest physical changes made by Sister Wives star Cody Brown have raised rumors that he has a deeper motivation for getting a makeover. In addition to his current wife, Robyn Brown, the patriarch of the Brown family was polygamous for 30 years with his previous wives, Christine, Mary, and Janelle Brown. Cody has been having a hard time getting over his 3 divorces over the past few years. He bemoaned the fact that he felt abandoned by his ex-wives. Cody also talked about how the majority of his grown children stopped communicating with him. Cody also struggled with his relationship with Robyn, his present wife. Cody seems to be feeling a little happier than normal lately. He assured Robyn that he would try to make amends with his children, but he made it clear that he wouldn't go out of his way to win their approval. Cody would never put Robyn's happiness ahead of theirs. Cody has been concentrating on his joy and making strides towards overcoming his heartbreak. He just made a sizable profit on the sale of his $1 million property and paid close to $2 million for another large home. Additionally, Cody made more than twice as much money when he sold his Coyote Pass property as he and his ex-wives had initially invested in it. He has reportedly been lavishing Robyn and himself with pricey items. Additionally, several cosmetic procedures have significantly altered his physical appearance, making him appear younger than before. Redditor at LoudGuard2312 posted a screenshot of Cody's most recent cameo video in June 2025. According to the Redditor, Cody might have had some cosmetic dentistry procedures done, which would have given him new teeth and a much better grin. Nearly 400 people commented on the Reddit article, sharing their opinions about Cody's new appearance. "It's giving American Girl doll teeth," a Redditor wrote, pointing out that Cody's smile didn't seem genuine. A different Redditor wrote, "Cody clearly follows Reddit and comments in general about his yellow teeth, but these flippers, like the toddlers wear in pageants, are ridiculous." Cody's choice to improve his appearance and get a dental makeover may have been motivated by a number of things, but his ex-wives may have been one of the most obvious. One explanation is that Cody is trying to show Christine that he has moved on from her by changing his appearance to appear younger. Cody first accused Christine of betraying him after she left him. Later on, though, he changed his mind and maintained that he never shown any particular interest in her. Cody again attacked Christine at the Sister Wives Season 19 tell-all, saying, "I am sorry for Christine and David that they have to sit and make their lives about me and Robyn." Given how swiftly Christine moved on, it's possible that Cody is upset. His statement on the television supports his desire to think she is enamored with him. When he observes her appearing content with David, he can also become upset. It's possible that Cody had a cosmetic makeover to show Christine that he's as happy as she is. He might be attempting to flaunt his change and show that he has moved on from her following their breakup, giving the impression that Christine is still holding back. Additionally, Cody might have had a fresh makeover, which would have improved his smile and made Janelle envious. In 2022, he divorced Janelle, his second wife. When she left him and put her happiness ahead of their marriage, he didn't like it. It was during the COVID-19 pandemic that Janelle started prioritizing herself. At first, she disobeyed him by preventing him from kicking their sons out of the house. She also pushed for her due part of the 14-acre land and refused to let him retain Coyote Pass to herself. In 2022, Janelle made the decision to put her kids before her time with Cody. With plans to launch a business, she moved to North Carolina and bought a new property. Janelle appeared to be having fun and preferred her pet to Cody. Maybe Cody had the teeth makeover because he's sick of jealously admiring Janelle. He might be trying to make himself look better so that Janelle, who hasn't found a new partner yet, won't regret leaving him. He may also be attempting to make Janelle regret leaving him by flaunting his newly discovered self-assurance. For the longest time, Cody seemed to think of Mary as his favorite wife, despite the fact that he may have mistreated her the most. Given that there is no likelihood of reconciliation with Janelle and Christine, Cody might be thinking about giving polygamy another chance. Given their shared history and Mary's strong relationship with Robyn, he might be trying to convince her to come back to him. Cody may be attempting to use his wealth and good looks as further motivation for Mary to think about making amends with him by impressing her with his glow-up. Cody had previously displayed intense feelings for Mary. During Mary's return to Utah, Cody publicly wept and told her that it was the end of an era. He was clearly upset by the prospect of losing her. His emotional reaction did not, however, succeed in repairing their relationship. It's always possible that Cody's tears aren't really caused by sadness, but rather by fear of losing his reputation as a major polygamist. It seems that Cody is now trying to get Mary back by concentrating on his appearance. Given that she is single, the Sister Wives cast member might think that presenting strong arguments could result in a reconciliation. It's time to discuss Janelle's problems with her ex. In 1993, Sister Wives Janelle Brown and Cody Brown became spiritually married, and Janelle became Cody's second wife in their polygamous household. Because Janelle's mother was married to Cody's father, they were step-siblings prior to marriage, which made their connection particularly complicated. They managed the difficulties of multiple marriage, which Janelle initially welcomed despite her monogamous upbringing, and produced 6 children together. Cody favored Robyn Brown, his fourth wife, and his tense ties with their kids became more strained. Cody's desire for patriarchal authority ran counter to Janelle's pragmatic outlook. After Cody's third wife, Christine Brown, left the plural family in 2021, things between Janelle and Cody deteriorated. Janelle and Cody announced their separation in December 2022, with Janelle pointing to their financial disagreements and Cody's neglect of their kids as the main causes. The Sister Wives Season 19 star prefers to think of herself as just single and does not consider herself divorced because their union was never lawful. Although they were momentarily brought together in mourning by the untimely death of their son Garrison Brown in March 2024, Janelle is adamant about her independence and has stated that she has no intention of ever getting married again. In the most recent tell-all episode of Sister Wives Season 19, Janelle opened out about the dissolution of her marriage. She had expressed her belief that Cody tended to be a villain to keep Robyn safe. She claimed that he acted more cruelly than he had ever done in order to divert everyone's attention from Robyn. Janelle basically said that Cody gave his life to keep his favorite wife safe, declaring it to be merely her theory. She called it the gospel according to Janelle. Janelle didn't hesitate when asked if she could ever be friends with Robyn and Cody. Although she may be quite amicable with Cody, the Sister Wives Season 19 actress has stated that she has no interest in having a relationship of any type with either of her former family members. As if that weren't obvious enough, Janelle continued, "I just don't like them." The entire Brown family has not been cut off by Janelle. As a result of their common experiences as former sister wives, Janelle and Christine have become closer since splitting from Cody. Through numerous visits and public appearances together, as well as mutual support during their separations, their friendship grew stronger. Christine appreciates Janelle's practical approach, while Janelle respects Christine's independence. Despite living far apart, Janelle and Christine have relied on one another for emotional support as they celebrate their newfound independence and the difficulties of co-parenting. After his first wife, Mary Brown, left him in 2022, Cody is doing well with her. It was disclosed during Sister Wives Season 19 that he frequently calls Mary his favorite ex-wife, which annoyed his two ex-wives, Janelle and Christine. Janelle complained that she felt the name minimized her own relationship with Cody. Christine dismissed it as Cody's attempt to rewrite history, and she is now happily wedded to David Woolley. After Sister Wives Season 19, Cody's relationships with Janelle and Christine are still tense, but his connection with Mary is doing well. Let us know in your comments. And stay tuned by subscribing our channel to get more updates like this. Thanks everyone.